Hi, my name is J.D. Martin.
I'm Jan Garrett. We got a great song for you today. This is one of those songs that actually we wrote for our latest album, which is called
Better Angels.
Better Angels. It's a song that I guess started off, well, why don't you, before you even tell them how it started off, what I want to say to you guys out there is that in our creative process, sometimes it takes a while for things to come together. We have to kind of keep working on it. And I feel like things happen sometimes in layers. You got the first layer.
Yeah, I started the first layer in 2016, a long time ago. I had this interesting idea on the piano that included a melody and some chords. And I remember at some point going to something that I thought was a chorus, and I would sing, "Shine On." That's all I had.
But it was really cool because the piano part that you had, I don't even know if you had a vocal part, was just lovely, the way the melody moved. And so when it came time for us, as we were finishing up writing songs for our album, we knew we needed to have at least one more song. And you had that musical thing going, and then it was like, what do we really want to say? And I will say that at that time, a lot going on the planet, as it is now. A lot of upheaval, a lot of changes, and particularly in the political realm, I would say. And so what started happening for me was that I was remembering my 9th grade civics class. I would watch stuff on the news and get really upset about it. And then I remembered my 9th grade civics class, and it's like stuff that we had to memorize, like when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one nation to dissolve the bonds that blah blah blah, and you went on from there, and stuff like we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, and then there's a whole list of stuff. And I was like, yeah, and these things would come on the news, and I would get quite indignant about it. And so one day I was sort of fuming around the house, as I am wont to do occasionally, and I was saying, when in the course of human, and before I could come up with the rest of it, it said, the word that came up for me was kindness. I was like, what? When in the course of human kindness? And then it was like, it becomes clear the time has come to willingly set aside our blindness and see the world as one. I mean, that came pretty quickly.
That's great.
Yeah. And so we had that as a lyric. And then I think what we did was we just laid that on top of your beautiful piano part.
When in the course of human kindness. That follows the melody.
This is lovely. Yeah. So we just started layering on verses. We the people come together, bringing the best of who we are. All we remember, tough and tender, leading with our hearts. So it's like, yeah, let's put that into the world. We were also really influenced and inspired by a beautiful quote from Terry Tempest Williams.
Yeah.
So maybe you should
May I read it?
Please do.
The eyes of the future are looking back at us, and they are praying for us to see beyond our own time. They are kneeling with hands clasped, that we might act with restraint, that we might leave room for the life that is destined to come, to protect what is wild, to protect what is gentle. Perhaps the wilderness we fear is the pause between our own heartbeats, the silent space that says we live only by grace. The wilderness lives by this same grace. Wild mercy is in our hands. Terry Tempest Williams.
Yeah, all I have to do is come to a place like this, and it's like, this is wild mercy. This is so beautiful. This is so integrated, this aliveness. As it goes through all the stages, from the early spring green all the way through the green summer, and now as autumn comes on, right on into the winter. So there's something so wise about that. We wanted to bring that into this song. And when we came to the bridge, remember?
Yeah, actually we used some of her lyric ideas in the bridge, and we decided to go into a different key, which I always find fascinating, especially when you do that. You will go, how are we going to get back, or are we going to get back?
Yeah.
So in this case, we just kind of meandered around a bit and snuck back.
And snuck back in. So it's like you go out a ways, protecting what is gentle, protecting what is wild, and then you go through other things, and finally you come back in again, and there. Yeah. I do want to say another thing about when we recorded this. First of all, you love the guitar parts, right?
Yeah. Brent Rowan played some awesome guitar. There's acoustic guitar that he played that really echoes the piano part I was playing.
Yeah.
And then he put on this electric part that accentuates this beautiful theme. Yeah. And I just love the way it all came together.
Yeah. It's just, again, that layering, which is so cool because we can do that in our studio. One of the other things that we did was we have a high harmony part. And what we did was we used a student of mine, Elizabeth Ward. And I think Elizabeth was maybe 7th grade or something when she sang the part on this. And it's just such a dear, sweet, young voice. So we feel like that helped to bring in, all kinds of people, all ages, so that we really are, we the people, we really are this wonderful, collection of people. And also at the end of the song, as you listen, you're going to hear a whole chorus. You'll hear these kids singing.
Yeah, Elizabeth and her brother
Johnny. And her brother Johnny, who is also a pretty little singer, great singer. So anyway, we welcome all those people, all those voices. And for sure, we continue to welcome you guys. Thanks for sticking in there, hanging in there with us. So here's the song, Shine On.
Thank you so much.
Steady on.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
When in the course of human kindness it becomes clear the time has come to willingly set aside our blindness and see the world as one. Nobody here has yet forgotten all of the joys we've ever known, following freely what we feel, finding our way home. Shine on, shine on, steady on, steady on. We the people come together, bringing the best of who we are. While we remember tough and tender, leading with our hearts. The future is looking back with love, encouraging every step we take, guiding us through the darkest times and blessing us on our way. Shine on, shine on, steady on. Steady on, shine on, shine on, steady on, steady on, protecting what is gentle, protecting what is wild, connecting what is living in every woman, man, and child. A joyful revelation, the hope comes shining through in the silver singing river and in the rising of the moon. Shine on, shine on, stay are the ones we've lost forever, leaving a longing in our soul, gathering all this love together, setting our sights for home. Every road we've ever traveled, all of the wonders near and far, all of these gifts come round again and bring us to where we are. Shine on, shine on, steady on. Shine on, shine on, steady on, steady on. When in the course of human kindness it becomes clear the time has gone,
shine on.
Thank you.
Thanks.